You can always tell when someone was truly born to be royal and when someone just walked in trying to mock the whole foundation. Oh honey, today we're spilling it all. The 13 extreme differences between the beloved Princess Catherine and the ever-controversial Meghan Markle. Catherine's story is like something out of a classic British fairy tale. Her background didn't scream riches or fame. She came from a decent, hard-working middle-class family that valued unity, grace, and quiet ambition. Every bit of her upbringing shaped her for royal life long before she ever met Prince William. Her home wasn't about drama or scandal. It was about Sunday dinners, politeness, and dignity. That steady upbringing gave her the calm strength that makes her seem like she was born for the crown.
In the tabloids, Carol and Michael Middleton are often portrayed as a typical middle-class couple.
Meghan's story, though? It was chaos from the start. Divorced parents, half-siblings constantly fighting, and family members who couldn't wait to sell stories to the media. Her early life wasn't peaceful. It was messy, unpredictable, and filled with noise. Catherine's family stood for harmony, but Meghan's life played out like a soap opera. Loud, public, and always on edge. And when Meghan married into the royal family, that same energy followed her like a storm cloud. Those cracks didn't disappear, they just got bigger. What started as family feuds turned into global headlines, and eventually, that same tension pulled Prince Harry away from his home, his heritage, and the only life he ever knew.
Meghan Markle's estranged dad Thomas and her siblings Tom Jr. and Samantha haven't been in the same room since her marriage to Prince Harry tore their family apart.
Now let's talk love. Catherine didn't rush into anything. She and Prince William dated for nearly a decade before marriage. A decade. People mocked her, called her Waity Katie, whispered that she was clinging on too long. But she was learning. She was observing. She was studying royal life like a university degree in monarchy.
She's been dubbed Waity Katie. What is the girl waiting for?
Well, I suppose she's waiting for the proposal, the moment that will happen when she will be a princess in waiting. But Waity Katie has stuck with her, and it's a nickname that she...
By the time she officially became William's wife, Catherine already knew how to handle the pressure, the protocol, and the endless cameras flashing in her face. She'd trained herself to move with grace no matter the situation. Meghan's journey, though? Lightning fast. She and Harry barely knew each other for 2 years before tying the knot. It was quick, loud, and dripping with Hollywood flair. Meghan didn't have time to learn royal customs or the old-world traditions she was walking into. To her, marrying Harry was the dream, a golden ticket to something extraordinary. Kate took the slow, steady path. Meghan? She sprinted into the palace spotlight without a roadmap.
I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who sent in their questions. A huge number here with loads of wonderful emojis attached to them. What is the early years? Help. With a wonderful...
And that difference, patience versus impulsiveness, defined everything that came next. Catherine moves like silk. Every gesture, every smile, every eye contact moment is polished, intentional, and respectful of the institution she represents. She knows when to step forward and when to stay quiet. She's the picture of poise, the kind of woman the press can barely criticize because she leaves no cracks for gossip to crawl through. Now, Meghan. Oh, Meghan loves the spotlight. She thrives on being bold, vocal, and headline-grabbing. While Catherine smiles politely at tough questions, Meghan gives fiery answers that explode into next day's news cycle. Documentaries, interviews, podcasts. If there's a camera, Meghan's ready. She tells her story no matter the cost.
Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are taking a stand against what they call ruthless treatment by the British tabloid press. The royal couple is suing the Daily Mail's sister company, The Mail on Sunday, after they published excerpts from a private handwritten letter from Meghan.
Catherine protects the monarchy, Meghan protects her narrative, and when those two missions collide, it's fireworks. Catherine's greatest weapon, silence. She never claps back, never sues the press, never drags her battles into public view. She simply keeps working while the palace PR team cleans up the noise. That quiet strength turned her into an untouchable figure. Meanwhile, Meghan fights every war head-on, suing tabloids, issuing statements, and trying to rewrite her own story in real time. But every time she fires back, the storm only gets louder. Catherine walks away from drama. Meghan runs straight into it. Catherine's style is pure royalty. Polished coats, pastel dresses, timeless gowns. She dresses to serve the crown, not steal the scene. Every outfit whispers, not shouts. But Meghan? She brought Hollywood to Buckingham Palace. Off-the-shoulder gowns, sleek black numbers, oversized designer looks. She walks in like she's on the red carpet, and honestly, sometimes it feels like she never quite left it. Their wardrobes alone could tell you everything. Catherine honors tradition, Meghan breaks it. And when it comes to duty, Catherine shows up.
See you later. Well done. Nice to meet all of you. Gosh, there's so many of you, aren't there? No wonder it sounded so good. Nice to meet you. Hello.
every single time. Hospitals, schools, charity visits, whether there are cameras or not, she's there with grace and quiet commitment. No complaints, no public pity, she just does the job. Meghan, though, didn't last long inside that machine. Instead of adapting, she pushed back, called out unfair treatment, and eventually walked away. Kate leaned deeper into service. Meghan leaned into self-preservation. If you ask any mother what kind of woman she hopes her daughter becomes, it's Catherine. Calm, balanced, thoughtful, and diplomatic. She's mastered the art of composure in chaos. Meghan, though, is a different kind of storm. Some admire her strength and confidence, others see defiance and pride. But one thing's for sure, Meghan will never fade quietly into the background. She'll always make her voice heard, and that's both her charm and her curse. How do you feel about the palace hearing you speak your truth today? I don't know how they could expect that after all of this time. We would still just be silent if there is an active role that the firm is playing in perpetuating. That one sentence from Meghan said everything. The difference between Catherine and Meghan isn't just personality, it's philosophy. Catherine believes silence preserves dignity. Meghan believes silence protects injustice. And that's the very heart of their contrast. Meghan's projects, bigger, glossier, global. Women's empowerment, documentaries, podcasts, all tied to her personal story and global brand. Her mission isn't bound by the palace walls. It's about redefining influence in her own way. But where Catherine builds the monarchy, Meghan builds herself. That's the core difference. One serves the crown, the other serves her voice. And you know what? Maybe both have their own kind of power. Catherine's legacy is already written in quiet gold. As the future queen consort, her every move shapes how the monarchy will survive in a modern age. Her strength isn't in shouting, it's in showing up, smiling, and never letting cracks show. She's the steady heartbeat of the royal family. Meghan's legacy will be remembered differently. She's the outsider who walked into one of the oldest institutions in the world and dared to question it. She left with her dignity, her independence, and her truth, but at the cost of a crown. Her story will always be controversial, but also symbolic of change. And maybe that's what makes both women unforgettable in their own right. Catherine is the picture of tradition, the calm before the storm, the woman who keeps the palace standing tall. Meghan is the lightning that shook its windows and made people talk about what's real, what's fair, and what's human behind those palace gates. Both women mirror two sides of the same coin: grace and fire, silence and storm. Catherine's power is restraint, Meghan's power is voice. And whether you agree with one or both, the truth is, they've both changed the royal story forever. So when you look at Catherine walking into an event, polished and composed, remember, that grace was built from years of discipline, patience, and purpose. And when you see Meghan on screen, speaking boldly about identity, freedom, or motherhood, remember, that courage came from surviving storms that most of us couldn't imagine. Maybe the world doesn't need to choose between them. Maybe one holds the past steady while the other shoves open the future. But still, one thing's for sure, these two women will always define what it truly means to wear a crown. One with quiet duty, the other with daring independence. So there you have it. The 13 extreme, unshakable differences between Meghan Markle and Catherine, Princess of Wales. Two women, two worlds, and one crown that could never contain them both. Which of these differences stood out the most to you? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more royal talk.